I come before you at this time to enter a plea for American independence. It is amazing that one should have to plead for American independence in a nation with a heritage such as ours, in a nation which in its infancy revolted against foreign control, and whose people have fought time and time again against the armies and interference of the old world. Yet the independence and the destiny of America were never more in jeopardy than they are today. Why, with 130 million people, are we being told that we must give up our independent position, that our frontiers lie in Europe, and that our destiny will be decided by European armies fighting on European soil? What has happened to this nation that it fears in maturity the forces that it conquered in its youth? What change has come over us? What foreign influence has sprung up among us? Where is the blood of such leaders as Washington, Jefferson, and Lincoln? Blood that stood firm on American soil against the threats, the armies, and the navies of the greatest empires on earth. What we lack today is the type of leadership that made us a great nation. We do not question the need for rearmament, for reform, for a better economic system. What we do question is the leadership that has brought these conditions upon us. We question that the men who were unable to see these conditions in time to avoid them, who could not foresee the war in time to prepare for it, who refused to believe the reports of rearming abroad when there was still time for action, are now competent to carry this nation successfully through a period of great crisis. Under their leadership, we have alienated one after another the most powerful military nations of both Europe and Asia, at a time when we ourselves are unprepared for action, and while the people of our nation are overwhelmingly opposed to war. There is no question about the fundamental courage and solidarity of Americans when our national welfare is at stake. There is no division among us about the defense of our own country. We have always been ready to fight against the interference of foreign powers in our affairs. If need be, we are ready to die for the independence of America, as our forefathers have died before us when necessity arose. On a clearly American issue, we stand a united nation. It is only when we are asked to take part in the quarrels of foreign countries that we divide. Only when we are asked to merge our destiny with that of foreign lands. Only when an attempt is made to transfer loyalty for America to loyalty for some other nation. The fact is today that we are divided. We have not confidence in our leaders. We have not confidence in their efficiency or in their judgment. Instead of a Washington warning us against the wiles of foreign influence and excessive partiality for any nation, we are told that our frontiers lie in Europe. We do not need untold thousands of military aircraft unless we intend to wage a war abroad. What we do need is a thoroughly modern and efficient Air Corps, trained, equipped, and maintained for the specific mission of American defense. What we need even more, however, is balanced action, a clear-cut plan, and a consistent attitude. Adequate defense does not necessitate this alarm and confusion. With intelligent leadership, we could have built an impregnable defense for America without disturbing seriously our national life and industry. We have already spent more than enough money to have done this. With an army, a navy, and an air corps, of high quality and reasonable size, we could have maintained our position with safety at home and respect abroad. But today, while we listen to talk of aircraft, guns, and battleships, couched in figures so astronomical that they compare only with our national debt, we find ourselves in confusion at home and under ridicule abroad. All the lessons of Europe have passed unheeded before us. The effort that should have been devoted to the welfare of our own nation has been spread ineffectively over difficulties of the other parts of the world. The attention that should have been concentrated on the defense of America has been divided by a controversy over what part we should take in the wars of Europe. If we desire strength and freedom and independence for our country, the first step must be to assure ourselves of leadership which is entirely and unequivocally American. When a man is drafted to serve in the armed forces of our country, he has the right to know that his government has the independent destiny of America as its objective, and that he will not be sent to fight in the wars of foreign lands. The doctrine that we must enter the wars of Europe in order to defend America will be fatal to our nation if we follow it. When men are called upon to fight and die for their country, there must not be even the remotest question of foreign influence involved.